Good afternoon, users. I am speaking with some sound in the background. I apologize for that in advance, but this is a tier list that I wanted to do on Plants vs. Zombies, as I saw from a lot of, actually not really that many, I've seen from like 1 or 2 people. And I said, sure, why not give this a shot? But first, I need to add a new row. And this is going to be I apologize. This is literally just going to be a situation. This is literally just going to be a question mark tier for certain plants. The lily pad, the flower pot are going to go in there. Alright, let's start with the pea shooter. The pea shooter is bad. It's a good starter plant to get with, but it just sucks. I'm sorry people who really like the pea shooter, but yeah. The next plant, the walnut. The walnut is a really decent plant for early defense, and in my one of each plant challenge, it was a really helpful tool for defenses. And in later later videos, if I ever manage to complete the challenge, this will be a really good asset in combination with another plant. Next is the potato mine. A tier, don't even need to say anything. Early time to give you sun, it is really helpful for anything. If you're going for a really ridiculous strat like what I'm doing, like one of each plant, that is really good. It is also just it's also basically an insta that requires 4 tiles to activate before any zombies get to it. Yeah, just really good. Repeater. Repeater is one of those amazing damage tier plants. If you have a row of these, you basically won a level. Well, with a few instas here and there. And the double damage is just really good. And it can basically carry you throughout the day levels and the night levels I will talk about later. Snow pea is an interesting plant, like a lot of people say. It reliably freezes the enemy. The frozen effect is really special to free plants here, and it's really just a strong pick as well to freeze zombies and keep them like still. And that's generally good, and although it lacks the damage like a pea shooter, the status alignment's really good though. I think I missed something there. Hold on, I don't know if I missed it. Cherry bomb, there it is. Cherry bomb is S tier. Insta-kill does 3x3 damage. It is just really easy to use, and I love it. And the sunflower, we don't need to list this actually, because the sunflower and the sunshroom actually, and these as well. These 3 are just good in general. I have no like saying on which one's worse or which one's better, but I generally like all 3. Puffshroom. Alright, if you put Puffshroom at a lower tier for anyone, yeah, I want to ask you a few questions about why. It literally costs 0 sun. It can be used to stall zombies, and you can literally fill your lawn in nighttime type levels with Puffshroom. And in the daytime, you can stall and do just a ridiculous amount of stuff with Puffshroom, and it's just strong to use. Of course, you don't get coffee bean until like roof, but still, it is just good. Fumes Room is A tier, not right here. The main reason on why I put it here is it does area and effect damage, which is actually one of the first plants you actually get for area effect besides Cherry Bomb and maybe Potato Mine. The strong pick here is that it hits every zombie in front of it on around the same range as the Puffshroom. And it can really just shred through crowds of zombies. I've tried this before, and it's really good. And the only real downside of this mushroom is that it can struggle against like higher tier zombies like zombonis and footballs, but we should be fine here. Scary Shroom is pea shooter, but slightly better and more cheaper in the night. Don't need to say anything else. And when it hides, it kind of sucks, which is why it's not an A. Planter, you can go there. Actually, Planter's just D. If you have Plant, it's not worth to use, honestly. In foggy levels, like maybe if you're new, I can understand that, but in foggy levels, you really don't need it. Like, ever. Hypnoshroom is it's an insta, but it's not something I would regularly use, if I'm being honest. I mean, it is good for using for imps, I guess, but besides that, it just kind of sucks. Gravebuster, you can go there. Doomshroom is really good. But the only reason why it's not an S tier is the creator it makes is really, it just takes like a few, like, just takes like around, I don't even know how long, it's like 3 minutes or something until like the ground is clear. As you can see from Hypnoshroom, I'm going to put this at S tier. Freezing zombies is really good. The only main issue of this is that if you're doing something with torchwoods, it's basically counterable, and it won't be effective at all. The other thing is it's really good in ambushes. If any sort of ambush happens, and you place this before that wave starts, it actually stops the ambush, and it's really good for if you're doing corn on cob strategies on survival endless or last stand endless. Sorry, my throat's dying right now. I'm so sorry. I miss Chomper. Chomper is a B tier. It takes forever to eat up the zombie eats, but it's really good for early game and definitely has its uses against zombies when you're doing some sort. My voice is really nice. I apologize. Pool. Spikeweed is A tier. I wouldn't use it in a as a main attacker like ever. It synergizes well with walls, except walnut, because walnut apparently is smaller enough that zombies won't get hit by it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. But spikeweed does counter zombonis and catapults, which is really good. Spikeweed is basically spike rock, sorry, is more defensive and really good just for your thing. I wouldn't recommend placing it like in front of your lawn because it will definitely get destroyed really quickly. But in like any sort of like survival or last stand, this is definitely a good pick to stall gargantuars, kill zombonis, and deal with any and it just does damage as well. So like it's really good. I can definitely live with that. God, I have a feeling I forgot. Free Peter. Free Peter is okay. If you have like a entire like lawn full of free Peters, you basically won the level there. But the thing is, like, as a lot of other people would say, if you have enough sun to make free Peters, there's definitely not a reason why you wouldn't be using repeaters and like torchwoods with gatling guns. I don't know which one's better, but like in general, I like both. But free Peters definitely got its uses besides doing things. It's helpful for gaining achievements and all this other kind of stuff. Torchwood, it just boosts P's damage. It melts the ice P into a normal P, which is actually kind of funny. I'm gonna put it there mainly because the damage thing and the space you need is really hard for setups if you're trying to go for a lot of things, and also just basically doesn't work well with any ice type plants, meaning you won't get any slowed zombies. But the splash damage and high damage output is definitely worth it if you're going for that kind of strategy though. Jalapeno is actually one of my least favorite to use instas. I like the straight line thing. It's decent to use, but the main issue I have with it is that it goes in a straight line. Yes, that's correct. But sometimes it misses the zombies that start spawning, and I try to time that, and it's hard. But it's still really good for like gargantuar imps, and also removes the snow from zombie. So I'm not complaining too much, but I don't like it that much. Squash. No more questions asked. We all know how well that is. Alright. Did I miss anything? Ah, this thing. Tangle kelp. Um, it is a decently used plant for pool levels, but besides that, it's not that good. One-shotting the enemies, yeah, I like that. Cattail, it kind of sucks. I don't know, like, I know it makes early game non-existent, and it does all this cool stuff, and it can attack from any lane. But cattail really just seems like the plant that loves to shoot at things that, even though there's a zombie in front of it, it likes to shoot at things that are already, like, moving everywhere. It also seems to like to target zombies that are not close, like, about to activate your lawnmower. It's kind of situational against, like, just crowds of zombies. It's definitely not good for a huge like thing like survival, but outside of it, it definitely can carry the pool in fog levels. I can definitely see people spamming that. Oh, tallnut. Tallnut is I don't actually use tallnut that much. The big shield and like how durable it is definitely worth using, and definitely easy to synergize with like with spikeweeds, chompers, slow implants like Snoopy. Its usefulness is not really that needed in adventure, and in survival it's hard to take care to like use that usefulness, mainly because it gets crushed by gargantuars. They still get one shot by gargantuars. They get run over by zombies. A couple footballs will definitely just eat it away and easily just patty past that defense. And Jack in a Box just screws the defense over in any way. So use it if you want, but it's not my thing. Pumpkin. Pumpkin is this. It's free. It's free shields for like almost literally every plant in the game except one of them. Yeah, it's that good. It has like the durability of a walnut, but like it's just good. Unless you're challenging yourself, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't use this in like survival. Alright, let's start off with sea shroom. Sea shroom is puff shroom, but in the sea, and slower. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to say. I guess sea shroom could be used as a little staller in the pool, but by the time if you need to stall, what are you planting that's making you take forever to plant in the pool? But still, I can understand some people that use it in like pool levels. It's pretty fun. Next up, we have No, wait. Yeah, cactus. Cactus is pea shooter, but can kill. Can I move that, please? Thank you. Can stop the balloons from flying over. Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing really much to say. I really wish this got like a slight piercing attack, like it hit 2 zombies or something. Otherwise, this is just completely useless. Don't use it in survival. Blover, on the other hand, completely screws over the balloon zombies, and it is God tier in dealing with the fog as well. So I will definitely leave it in B tier. Actually, I'm gonna put it all the way here. What's next? Split pea. Split pea, actually, this is going to be really controversial, but I actually really like split pea. This is my personal opinion. Split pea, I really like. I like the feeling of having a repeater that's not about to get eaten. I like the feeling of having at least a way to shoot forward and backwards. So placing it behind and in front. And also, if you're really good at placing it, you might be able to actually do around 3 Ps of damage, which is basically putting a starfruit basically, but you do 2 less shots. And also, it counters ladder zombies and pogos, so it's really good actually. Put this in conjunction with pumpkins on roof, and you basically screwed over all ladder zombies, pole vaultings, and anything else that jumps over anything. Except footballs. They still suck against footballs. Oh yeah, and there's also the torch split pea strategy, which I've actually done, and I really like that strategy. Magnet shroom. Magnet shroom is an okay plant. I don't use that much because magnet shrooms, like, they are good support, definitely. But the density is really low that you basically have enough sun to probably like plant an extra like repeater or use an insta for it, so it's not really that needed. In survival, it's questionable though, like a lot of people have said. Is it worth it to plant more magnet shrooms, or is it worth it to plant more things to shoot? I don't actually see myself using the magnet shroom that much though. Starfruit. S tier. Starfruit is looked down still, but I've seen people use it and I've used it before. It shreds through everything. Football zombies, even though they tear through a bit, they're gonna take a lot of damage. Starfruit shoot up, down, and in 3 other directions that are in a curve and behind it. It is really strong. Bungee zombies that land on top are going to die. All 5 the stars hitboxes hit like are just crazy. And even though like it can't shoot forward, the zombies that go basic and Coned zombies that go in front of it will basically die or take a ridiculous amount of damage because 2 of the stars are hitting it. And Starfruit's it's just really good. Like, it hits more than 1 zombie. I don't understand why a lot of people don't use it. Yeah, sorry, a little ranty. I don't even want to talk about that one. This can go here as well. Actually, no. Hold on. I got it. Gotta add a row below. This is gonna be money, and these 2 can go there. We don't need anything else. We're on to our last few plants here. Cabbage bolt is pea shooter, but can shoot up the roof, can kill snorkels, and deal with screen doors or ladder zombies. Other than that, it kind of sucks. Kernel bolt. I don't use it that much, but I know it's really good because the butter that immobilizes zombies is invaluable. Melon bolt is A tier. Actually, melon bolt can be S tier because it just does a lot of damage. We all know high damage, and dropping a melon IRL actually hurts. Don't try it. And I basically can just put winter melon here as well. That's basically the same thing, but freezes things as well. Gloom shroom is your go-to plant for heavy splash damage in close quarters. And yeah, it's almost dependent on pumpkin or garlic strategies, or even spikeweed. Maybe add in like a slow plant like snow pea. And yeah, you basically have a really good, like, it does 4 damage, can kill basic uncone heads that are passing by it. And bucket heads require around like 2 or 3, and that's about it. Football's still tear through it though, so be careful with that one. Gatling pea is going to be an A tier because the quadruple pea with the torchwood is fine and dandy, but I generally like using the melon pole better. Like, you get melon pole and winter melon is cheaper. And also, they get the frost effect. The splash damage is good. I can't deny that. But it costs more to set up. And in survival or last stand where you're really trying to set that up, it's not worth it. Like, you're going to get overrun before you even get your second row of gatlings. Means unless you have a really good sun protection center. Imitator, I just trash. I don't use imitator. Like, I know the idea of spam mushroom, but like imitator in almost every instance except last stand and survival is just eh. Corn on cob is not that used for me. I just left it there. I like using it. It shoots literal instant cherry bomb levels of damage. Except you can one-shot Gargantuar, so there's that. Garlic, no need to ask. Coffee bean is this. Umbrella leaf is not useful. Just, I know, like, those things exist. Umbrella leaf, the only time I can see it being used is in Survival or Last Stand, where you need to just keep that back line from getting hit. And yeah, that's basically my entire tier list. If you have any, like, arguments or anything, I'm actually happy to hear about it, and I will not hesitate to listen to any sort of thing you guys all want to talk about. If there's any disagreements or any agreements, and anything else really, like maybe maybe you want Tangle Kelp to be S tier, or maybe Mellowpole's actually just D tier. I don't know, all this stuff. Do please talk to me about it. I'm curious, and I'm willing to talk to you about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this strange style of video of me talking to my microphone and computer and talking about these plants and this game called Plants vs. Zombies. But hope you had a good day. Enjoy yourselves and stay. I'm not stealing anyone's line. Actually, never mind. Bye.